Hey everybody, it's Mike with Votel.ai, and today I got a special guest with us, Patrick from Godzilla Marketing. I'm going to let him tell him a little bit about himself and introduce yourself. Go ahead.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Patrick. As Mike said, I'm from Godzilla MKTG. We've been doing Roha marketing for, I would say, about the last 7 years in the industry. And I was very interested about this new product that Mike's going to introduce me to. So set it away, Mike.
All right, awesome. Well, today's topic is actually going to be how to get your agency online in 60 minutes. And that's exactly what we're doing today. We got Patrick with us in a new account, and we're going to get him online ASAP. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to start with a website. Now, we do have the AI website builder built in along with the AI MCP server. So let's go ahead and just dive in. I'm going to click on settings on the left, and then I'm going to click on websites. And so inside here, we have a website builder. And so I'm going to start from scratch. So I'm going to click on new website. And because we just made one previously, I want to show everyone how it's done. And so I'm going to call this Sovereign, and we'll call it Sovereign New. All right, so I can click on Create. Once I create the website, I'm going to be able to select it over here in the dropdown. And this is going to allow us to put in a prompt of what we want to do. And is there anything special you want to add in this prompt? Or do you want me to just kind of wing it and go for it?
Hey, let's wing it. Let's wing it.
Okay. We're going to wing it. We're going to give like full design control to the AI. Like we could tell it our brand colors and this and that, but and the style we want, but I'm just going to talk to it right now. So let's do it. I'm going to turn on my transcribe feature. You are building a website for Sovereign CRM. This is going to be for a marketing agency. You need to design this landing page to be high converting. I want you to use like a bluish and yellowish colors because they have high contrast. I think that'll be good for conversions. Your whole goal is to get people to book a demo so they can see this AI in action. All right, so I'm just going to push enter right here. We're going to let this get to work, and we're going to see what it comes back with. You can see it's going to be reasoning. It's going to be calling a bunch of tools, listing files, add files, all sorts of stuff. I'm going to let that work in the background because it could take about 2 to 5 minutes. So I'm going to go to a new tab. And then we're going to start actually creating an AI because I think it's going to be good to have an AI on your website. You want someone to answer the phones, right? And that's one of the huge values of this is you can have that AI answering the phones 24/7. So let's go ahead and create a new agent. Now we have use case templates, and these are things that you can offer to customers, Patrick, because you got use cases for just about anything. And I'll show you what it looks like, but I'm not going to use that today. But you pick your industry. We got a bunch of different industries here. Let's say I'm going to do something in real estate. And then from here, I can select my use cases. So if I want to do after hours answering service, database reactivation, lead qualification, reputation management, you got all these different things in here, which is really cool. So this is actually going to build your AI based on these industry use cases, and you'll be able to go in there and customize it for your client. But starting today, building for your agency, Patrick, we're just going to go ahead and click start from scratch. And one of the first things I like to do in here is just change the identity of it. Is there a particular name you want to give this person, Patrick? I think it's a female voice now, so pick a female name.
All right. We could just be AI generic and call it Sovereign AI.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to say you're Sovereign AI with no name. So say you're Sovereign AI.
Or just call it Sovereign. Yeah.
Okay, you're Sovereign.
Yeah.
The AI receptionist for Sovereign AI. Right, and so we're going to go ahead and leave this in here. This is actually the default. It says you help businesses discover how AI voice agents can automate their calls, leads, and scheduling.
One second. We do need to change the AI to CRM. Sovereign CRM.
CRM.
Yeah.
Perfect. Receptionist for Sovereign CRM. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in the greeting example. Thank you for calling Sovereign CRM. How can I help you today? So this is the bare minimum we need to get the AI running. Like we could just do a system prompt only. This is what this builder's called. It's a big prompt. And it's the instructions we're going to tell the AI on what we want it to do, who it is, how it's going to do it. And so if I wanted to go this mode only, I can just push test and I can start talking to it. Hey, how you doing?
Thanks for calling Sovereign CRM. I'm doing great. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I was interested in getting more information about your AI calling.
Awesome. Are you looking to automate your phone calls, manage leads better, or schedule appointments automatically?
Right, and you can see that it's going and asking this question because at the bottom, this is exactly what we told it to ask, which is nice. So I'm going to end the call right there. But we told it to do that. Now, if we want to have more of a structured conversation or semi-structured conversation, we can go into workflows. So I'm going to go in here and we're going to add a workflow. And in the workflow builder, the conversation trigger we're going to add is conversation started. And this is a multi-channel agent, right? It's your SMS, it's your email, it's your phone, inbound, outbound. Conversation started covers all of those. So after the conversation starts, we want to have a conversation. I'm going to pick the conversation node, right? So I'm going to say something like, what do you say? Like, thanks for calling Sovereign. Are you looking to, what do you want to say, Patrick?
Thanks for calling Sovereign CRM. Let me think.
Book a demo, maybe? Book a demo.
Yeah, book a demo. You know what? Let me bring up my reception at cue cards, and then I'll give you exactly what we need to do.
Perfect. So at the top, we got the message to speak. Now, this is, guys, on static mode. It says static response at the top. So on static response mode, the AI is going to read exactly what I type in, typos and misspellings and all. So make sure it's in there good and correct. If you want it to be a little bit more fluid and thinking for itself, you can type in, or you can select AI generated. And instead of telling it what to say, I'm going to give it instructions on what to say. So I might say, greet the caller warmly. Introduce yourself as being from Sovereign CRM. So it's going to be a little bit different way of typing in this node, depending on the option that you picked. And then below this, we got the routes. So you can see the AI is going to pick where to route the call from here. So what do you got, Patrick? You're still pulling it up? Okay.
Yeah, I'm still pulling up. I got so much stuff on my computer, it's retarded.
Well, while he's getting that up, I'm going to show you some of the other features here on the conversation node. We do have the option to allow interruptions or not. Sometimes when you want that opening greeting to be said without interruptions, that is the default setting. If you do want people to be able to interrupt it, just go ahead and check that. The thing that's really cool is stay on node if no route match. So in this example, we're asking, are you looking to book a demo or speak with support? So I'm going to make the second route speak with support. Now, what happens if the user, says none of those options? What happens if they say, well, wait a minute, what's the name of your website again? Right? Well, if this stay on route if no match is not checked, you're forcing the AI to pick which route to go down. And you don't always want that, right? So the default behavior is to just stay here. The AI is going to stay on this route waiting for you to pick one of these options. And if you don't pick one of these options, it's going to answer your question and then direct you back on track, trying to go down the correct route. So we can show you guys how that works also. Just let us know when you're ready. What's that?
I got those messages now.
Perfect. What do you got?
All right. We can start out with, this is Sovereign CRM's first line of defense.
Okay.
My only job is to help you fix your stuff before it costs you time, money, and sanity. So what's your issue? And let us handle it.
All right, maybe you can paste that to me in the chat. So I'm not typing as fast as you're reading it. So he's going to paste that to me, and we're going to plug it in here. And then while he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and show you a quick example of how the AI can basically stay on this node real quick. So to do that, I'm going to add something else real quick in here. Let's see, I'm going to add in another node and another node. So I'm connecting these things. And inside the prompt builder, I'm going to go ahead and just put in a FAQ real quick. And we're going to put in all of your FAQs in here. So if you have some you want to put, we can add them. Say, how long have you been in business? Let's say since 2012. Right. And so in this example, I'm going to show you how this feature stay on node if no route match works. So I'm going to save this. We're going to go back into test mode.
Thanks for calling Sovereign CRM. Are you looking to book a demo or speak with support?
I want to book a demo. Book a demo. There you go.
Hello.
You see it jumped on
How
to
can
the
I
book a
help you
demo route.
today?
I'm going to go ahead and reconnect right here. So that's the example of it staying on the route.
Thanks for calling Sovereign CRM. Are you looking to book a demo or speak with support?
Actually, before we do any of that, I just wanted to know, how long have you guys been around?
We've been around for about, I would say about 7 years
Been in
now.
business since 2012. Are you interested in booking a demo or speaking with support today?
All right, so you can see it stayed on that node and it asked the question. And I hope everyone can hear the audio here through the screen share. If you can hear the audio, go ahead and drop a comment in the chat here so we can make sure you guys can hear the AI as it's speaking. And if you can't hear the audio, go ahead and drop in a comment as well. I want to make sure you guys are hearing that AI voice. All right, so I got the message that you want to say. And we're going to put this in here now. Let's see. So say this is Sovereign CRM's first line of defense. My only job is to fix your shits before it costs you time and money. Time, money, or sanity. Drop the issue. Let's handle it. And then we'll close with want to book a demo now, or what? Speak with support. And give them some options.
Yeah.
Right.
Speak 1 for sales, 2 for support.
Okay. Sales or support? Okay.
Yeah, you could do support.
Okay. We'll do, okay, speak with sales or speak with support. We can have the AI sell, but we can also just transfer to sales. So either way. So we're going to do speak with sales or speak with support, right? And so after they say speak with sales, you say, I'm on it. Okay. We'll say, let's do it. All right, we'll say let's do it, and then we'll go to a call forwarding node. If they say speak with support, we can go ahead and say the same thing. Let's do it. And then after that, we can go ahead and hook up a call forwarding node. On the call forwarding node, I'm going to come in, and we got business hours that you can set here. But I'm going to go ahead and just, let's forward this to a number. This one's going to be sales. I'm going to put in a placeholder number for you right now. You can come back in here and edit that. And I do need a phone number to call from. So we can get a phone number and plug that in as well. I'm going to copy this one, hook it up, click the little auto arrange button here at the top, which actually made it look really weird. So that's odd. So let's go ahead and fix that. All right. And then we'll go ahead and test it. So I'm going to click save, click test, and click start voice conversation.
This is Sovereign CRM's first line of defense. My only job is to fix your shit before it costs you time, money, or sanity. Drop the issue. Let's handle it. Want to speak with sales now or speak with support?
Speak with sales. Speak with sales.
Let's do it.
Right, and you can see right there, it's
Thank
doing
you
the
for
call
calling.
forwarding. I'm going to hang up right there because we didn't put the forwarding number in there, but I like that intro. Oh, that's good. Now, I always like to test both branches, even though it's a very simple flow. I'm going to go through. I'm just going to test both, right? We're going to test that both work.
This is Sovereign. Sovereign CRM's first line of defense. My only job is to fix your shit before it costs you time, money, or sanity. Drop the issue. Let's handle it. Want to speak with sales now or speak with support?
Speak with support.
Let's do it.
All right, and
Thank
then
you.
you can see it's going to the call forwarding node after that. So that's perfect. We're going to put your number in there for the call forwarding, and we're just going to call this the main toll-free number, right? That's your main toll-free number. Now, what we can also do is get a website widget. I like to put these on every website. There's a lot of benefits to that. I'm going to actually tell you a little bit more on what that is later. But do you like the orb mode? We got this orb mode that kind of spins as you talk to it, changes colors, or do you want more like the traditional type of chat widget here, where you got the voice mode button?
Well, considering what we're going to be using the product for, I would go with the orb.
This is
Orb, perfect. I'm going to pick the orb over here. We can customize the color, kind of match kind of your brand look and feel. We'll kind of wait to see what the website looks like to do that. And speaking of website, let's go back to see what the AI did. So I'm going to collapse the sidebar. This was the website it came up with, right? Stop losing leads, start closing deals. Now, I like the high contrast of the buttons that it came up with. I think that's really clean. This is also really clean right here. Your agency is leaking revenue. So we'd want to tweak some of the copy on here. So this is definitely what the AI came up with at the first shot, which is amazing. What do you think so far?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like how it brought the finer points of what a marketing agency needs.
Yep. Even gave you some nice reviews in here, so you're ready to go. Nice reviews, and even gave you some cool graphics in there, which is really cool. So I like that. Some minor tweaks. I mean, tweaking some of the language on here would be good. Changing the logo would be good. We can just go in here and talk to the AI, and I say like, make the button pop more, maybe yellow instead of orange. We can just give it some updated instructions here. It's going to go through and it's going to tweak it. But you already got a domain set up here, and you want to connect this site to your new domain. And look at that, how quick that was. It just updated the button to yellow. And it does pop more now. That's cool. Has that on hover effect. I like that. Very, very cool. So we're going to actually connect the DNS here. And we'll get that loaded up. Did you want to share the screen for that part?
Yeah,
What are you using for the DNS provider?
I'm actually using Spaceship because .ai domains are extremely expensive, and they have the cheapest price right now, guys. So $79, pretty good, better than $159 a year.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get in here and share my screen.
Awesome. I like that. While you're doing that, I'm going to go back to the AI. We got this AI here. And I'm going to show you guys how to get a phone number. We can do it from the AI agents. You can also go into settings. We got tons of settings in here. I'm going to go over to phone, click buy your first phone number. And you want to get like some sort of 888 type of number, Patrick?
Yeah, let's do an 888 number, definitely.
Okay, so we'll search for toll free here. Get some sort of toll free. So we got 844s, 833s. Can we just pick one?
I'm gonna say let's do the 1107.
1107. Perfect. I'm gonna grab that one right now. Great, we got that number. Now you can configure your number, and instead of having this ring to the built-in web phone, which is nice, we also have the ability to change the destination. So the web phone's up here on the right. You can now call from that number. You can receive calls on that number. And if you want to go ahead and change in the built-in voicemail, you can come in and add your own voicemail greeting, even set up your voicemail drop. But since we're not using this number on the web phone, I'm going to change the destination so the AI agent picks it up. So under the phone number page, we're going to say assign this to the agent, and it's going to go to our agent. We call it main toll-free number. There you go. Now it's hooked up to the agent. That's it.
All right, I'll be right back. My Chrome permissions need to be refreshed, so stay tuned.
No problem at all. We'll see you when you get back. I'll go ahead and move you offline there. All right, so the next thing we got to do in here as a new agency is we want to go ahead and set up your white label. So we're going to come in here and click on SaaS Configurator. Everything in your system you can customize. So you're going to come in here and you're going to update the company information. So you're going to plug in your company name. So we're going to put in Sovereign CRM over here. So I'm going to copy and paste this. We can go ahead and change the support email. We'll figure out what the domain he got was later, and we'll go ahead and change the website. We do have light and dark mode for the brand logo, so you can customize that. And so we'll go ahead and save that. Once he gets the domain, he's back with that. It looks like he's back already, so I'm going to add him back to stage. We are going to connect his white label domain in here. And so we're going to be logging in on his domain instead of app.votel.ai. And next, we're going to create some SaaS plans. Now, what type of plan do you want to offer?
All right. So I think we're going to start out with a very basic plan. We'll call it the starter plan. That's great. What are we going to be able to put into the subscription plan? So let's just say it's a starter plan for all benefits.
Yep. You pick your pricing here.
Well, we can always go back and tweak that out. So whatever you want to put in there for right now, that'll be great.
I think $497 and up is a good way to go. And typically people will say, you buy 10 months, you get 2 free, and that's basically the yearly plan. So we're just going to say $497.0 for the annual plan. So I think that's a great starting point. Now, when it comes to service usage, we do break up all the usage in here. You got all these different sections, agents, models, everything, which is great. So if you want to come in and customize this, you can. Like, you get obviously unlimited contacts and unlimited custom fields and everything. But if you wanted to set limits on this, you can, right? We're going to say, you know what? You only get 1,000 contacts here. And if you go over, it's a penny each. So you have that flexibility. But we can also maybe not let people go over and kind of force them to pick the next plan and say, you know what? You get 1,000 and you're denied from going over. You got to switch plans. But I'm going to leave this on unlimited. And if you want to do markup on the AI calls, you want to do markup on the SMS, the phone calls, everything, you can literally just come in here and click these buttons, 2x, 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 2x. Now you got 2x markup on everything, right? So if it's a minute per minute, a penny per minute on the phone, now it's 2 pennies a minute. That's how easy it is to go in here and mark stuff up. So we're going to save this. We got to add a Stripe integration. So it's going to save it as a draft. So we can get that set up here too. But so far we got your sites, the first draft, we got the AI that's going to answer the phones. We're going to put the widget on the site still. We already got the phone number. We got the package. Next thing on my list while you're getting the domain set up, and are you ready to go with that?
Yeah, I'm ready to go with that. I need to get the DNS records.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and add your screen to the stage here. And you have quite a wide screen there. If you can make the browser a little skinnier, it'll be easy for people to see. There we go. All right. So I'm going to take your website DNS. So 1 second. I'm going back to here. Open up the sovereign domain, and I'm going to paste you here in the chats, the private chats. This is the value we're going to use for the CNAME record. I still can't read your screen, so maybe make it a tad bit less wide.
All right.
Not a tad bit, but like half that width. There we go. Now we can read it a little better. Okay, perfect. So we're going to click on the add record.
And it just keeps on going bigger and bigger. There we go. All right, domain record. And what do we have?
Click on domain record. And you're going to type in here for a CNAME, type CNAME or click CNAME. And type the at symbol. Okay, and then for the host, you can just paste it there and click add. 1 minute's perfect, yeah. Perfect. What did you put in there? The at symbol?
At symbol, yep.
Sometimes they don't let you put the domain name at the at symbol, so I'm going to paste this value instead. You can just change it to a record, and you'll do this IP address instead. So change the type from CNAME to A. Perfect, and then just paste the IP there, and you shouldn't need to put anything on the left. And if anyone needs help connecting their domain here, our support is here to help you. DNS, connecting your domain can look scary if it's the first time you've ever done it. If you've done it more than once, you're probably an expert by now. I didn't send it to you in the chat, so I'm sending it to you right now. There you go. All right, you're good to go. And so what was the actual name of the sovereigncrm.ai? Perfect. So let's go ahead and try to pull that up. I'm going to see if I can, and leave that page up because we're going to go back in there, Patrick, and we're going to try to pull this up. So let me open up a new tab. I'm going to see if that already updated. Hasn't updated yet, so it might take a minute to do that. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do one thing. So if you see that message, domain not configured or suspended, you actually have to go into your website. We're going to click on your website, and we need to add your domain that you're using here. This gives it permission to actually use this website. So we're going to click on add. After we add your domain, it may take a few minutes for your SSL certificate to go through. It's been added. Let's go ahead and refresh, see if that updates, right? So there you go. It's been updated. We would still want to go in and plug in your logo in there, so we can do that. But your site is live, the first version of it. How do you like that speed? We're only at 28 minutes right now.
That's pretty good. Very surprising.
Yeah. I
remember back it would take like 3-4 hours to sometimes even weeks to get a system up and running.
Yeah. I mean, I think hands down, we're the fastest platform to get your whole agency online, like building your agent, setting up your website, connecting your form for payments, creating your SaaS plans. You can do it all in an hour or less. All right. So right here, you got the first version of your website. We got your package. Let's see. We want to add the widget to your website, right? So I'm going to go back into the agent builder here, and we're going to pick the website widget, and let's go ahead and make it like this orangish yellow color, maybe. We can pick a color in here. let's see, maybe we'll do like a dark yellow. I don't know. You can probably make it look much better than I can, but I'm just going to pick that so it catches, a little bit more attention. But no, let's do a bright yellow. We'll do bright yellow with like black text. What am I thinking? There we go. That'll get a little more attention. Maybe a little less yellow. There we go. Okay, so if I'm happy with that widget, I'm just going to go ahead and save it. I'm going to get the embed code. And this embed code looks scary, right? What am I supposed to do with this? I'm going to go back to my AI website builder. I'm going to say, add this widget to my website. All right, and so I just copy and pasted that code here. I'm going to push enter, and the AI is getting to work. Let's see, and it didn't like me pasting the widget code in here. So let's see. I'd have to go in and update that, but that's normally how easy it is to hear. You just paste in your widget code and you're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and jump to the next step, and this is actually reviewing the pipeline. So the next thing I like to do in here is go in and update the contact pipeline and the contact views. So on the contact page, you have two different ways to view your contacts. You got the table view and you got the board view. Now, the board view obviously shows you this drag and drop way to see your contacts, and you can kind of customize these stages. A lot of times these stages are good for most businesses out of the box, but you want to design these around your kind of expected sales process. So I want you to just take a minute now, Patrick, to look at this on here and let me know if there's anything you want to change. You got new, contacted, qualified.
So right between qualified and proposal, you want to contacted. Let's change actually between contacted and qualified. Do discovery meeting.
Okay, discovery. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and pick a nice color for you over there. Okay.
Yep. And we're going to put that through there. Then once you go through the discovery, you find out if they're qualified. Then there's a proposal. And then it's won or lost. And then the last thing, do one more. And we're going to call that follow-up after lost. Yep.
All right. So we'll say follow-up, and we'll make this one like yellow.
And now
we're after lost. Okay, perfect. So we saved this right now. Now your pipeline has changed. You got discovery, qualified, follow-up at the end. And so you got a completely custom pipeline. Now, there's multiple ways we can actually use this pipeline. If I'm in the middle of a conversation, now look at the top, right? I got these new stages. If I want to move people to discovery, I just click on that and they're moved. If I need to move them to a different pipeline, I expand this and they're moved, like super simple. But you can also create like different saved views here. Like let's say I wanted to create a view for all the follow-ups, right? So I can come in here and we're going to call this follow-up, and I'm going to put a little icon here. Maybe I'll change the color to green and actually spell follow-up correctly. And maybe I want this to be a table view, right? So now I got this new follow-up tab. And so on here, I'm going to say, you know what, let's set a filter and let's show only the pipeline status, pipeline stage equal to follow-up, right? I'm going to apply these filters and I'm going to save this view. So now if you ever need to go see who to follow up with, just click on this little tab up here and you got everyone here you need to follow up. So I can go ahead and change this here to follow up, right? Now if I go back to contact, click follow up, now you see you got that contact there. So really nice way to stay organized. The other thing that I like to do, and this is especially important when you're like following up with people, our system keeps track of everything, right? You got the last call date, last email date, last note date, order date, SMS click, login, like all sorts of dates and stuff are just automatically tracked for you. So if you want to see the last meeting date, you can just add all these to your table, right? And maybe you don't want priority, maybe you don't need lead score, or maybe you don't want tags. I mean, you can customize this to be whatever you want, but this way you can see all the dates on here at a glance. So before you even reach out, you have an idea, what the status is of this customer, when they were last followed up with, which is nice. So that's what I like to do, is review the pipelines and customize the view of the contacts. And this same level of customization we have for conversations. So at a minimum, for every agency, I like to set up 2 different views of conversations. You're going to set up one for sales and one for support, right? And we didn't even set up that other pipeline, but let's say, and we'll do that now. So when you're selling someone, right, you're probably going to have an onboarding process, right, Patrick?
Correct.
Right. So we want to create a new pipeline for that process. So they're graduating from the sales pipeline to the onboarding pipeline. And so we'll add a new one, onboarding. And in here, we're going to edit that. And we're going to come up with some new thing to use. So this one is using the support ticket template. So I'm just going to come in and edit the support tickets. So onboarding, like, what do you want to use for these statuses right here? Maybe like onboarding call scheduled. Like, what are you thinking?
I think what we're going to do for that, give me 1 second. I'm actually going to give you the right thing to do. So,
yeah, awesome.
So what we're going to do on that particular one, and of course, I'm in the wrong system as usual. All right, so now that we're in here, let's go into the onboarding process. So the onboarding process is going to be very simple. It's going to be schedule, like you said, schedule a onboarding call.
Okay.
Then from schedule, it's going to go straight into basically planning.
Okay. Like in process. Yep.
In process, correct. And then from there, you know what? I knew I was in the wrong one. It's been one of those days. Apologize.
It's all good. I can just throw in some placeholders here for now. So we're going to say planning, presented.
So it goes onboarding,
approval.
Planning, review, training schedule, in process, and then completed, and then on hold.
I'll say review, training, and then what?
So we're going to do review, training scheduled.
Okay.
In process, completed, on hold, completed, in queue.
On hold. Okay. Perfect. Well, we can add in all these. We can change the colors and whatnot, get it looking exactly how you want. And so now we're going to have a onboarding pipeline and a sales pipeline, right? So immediately what I like to do is just add a new view. We're going to say this is a board, and we're going to say onboarding. This is the onboarding board, and we'll go ahead and make this a little icon of maybe dollars. Onboarding is money, right? And we'll also make this green. Great. Now we got a onboarding view. And so I want to only see the onboarding pipeline. So I'm going to click this little pipeline switcher. I'm only looking at onboarding. And of course, let's click save so we can save this view. So now I can toggle back and forth between my follow-ups, my onboarding. I can do this again for sales. Very easy to switch people around. So we can set up an automation to move people between pipelines, but let me show you again how easy it is to do from the contact, right? I want to move people to onboarding. I can just click this up here, boom, now they're in the onboarding pipeline. So very easy to get set up. But let's also create a view in here for sales, and we'll go ahead and put in some like happy icon for maybe smile. There we go, we got a smile icon for sales. I'm going to create that view. And for sales, I'm going to do the same thing, right? I'm going to say we're going to look at the pipeline stage, and we're going to set let's see, we can do pipeline. I'm going to do pipeline itself. So anyone that's in the pipeline sales is going to be on this sales view, right? So we can go ahead and click save view at the top. Now we got the sales view of conversations, right? Now I want to do an onboarding view, right? I'm going to say onboarding, and I think we used a dollar sign for the other one. So I'm going to change that to green. Now we got an onboarding view. And for the onboarding view, let's change this to be pipeline onboarding. So now all the communications with your contacts, your clients, your leads are going to be separated based on what pipeline they're in. And you want every single contact in the system to be in a pipeline so you can stay organized. So your sales guy, he's just going to come in here. He's going to work the sales pipeline, right? Onboarding guy is going to come in here, work the onboarding pipeline. And so it's going to be that simple to come in here and work those. So that's the last thing I like to do. And there are different ordering you can do in here. Some people have different preferences. I do want to show you this. We do just show the latest message by default here. Sometimes you want to see the newest customers. So you can just sort by the latest contacts, right? So you have different options in here in how you're setting it up. Lastly, and this is going to be, I think, one of the favorite things you do. It's one of my favorites doing for customers, and it's customizing the CRM. So on the right-hand side here, you see all these different tabs we got at the top, right? Overview, billing, etc. Every one of these can be customized. So you can have custom tabs, you can have custom sections, you can have custom fields, and everything here. And the way we do that is we actually go into settings and we're going to click on custom contacts. And so everything on the right can be added. So if I want to see like last meeting dates and stuff and last email opened and last website visit, right, I can just go ahead and drag all these things on here, and last bill date, right, and just drag it over on the right. I can pick between one column or two column. But my favorite thing to do is actually just come in here and say customize with AI. And so I can just throw in a random example. If you want to pick one of the clients in here, Patrick, for their industry, I'll just drop this in here and we'll have the AI customize it for random industry. And we can always go back to agency mode. So I'll let you pick one right now.
Let's set it up for focus on sales pipeline and lead qualification.
Lead qualification. So what industry do you want to customize it for, just to kind of show it off?
Marketing.
Okay. Okay, I want you to customize the CRM for a marketing agency. All right, I just did a little text to speech there. I'm going to click go, and it's going to go in and it's going to figure out what tabs I need, what sections, what fields. And so here we got basic information, overview, client details, client budget, audience, right? Campaign information, campaign goals, performance metrics. So the AI just created all of this for us. And so what does this actually do? What's the benefit of doing this? Well, let me show you. I just click save change. I'm going to go back to my contacts over here. I'm going to open one up. On the right-hand side, look at these new tabs I got. All right, I got 3 new tabs: client details, budget, target audience. Right, these are all fields that just got added by the AI. And so if I want to customize that even further, I can edit it manually. I can tell you one of the things I do out of the box is I make the title a little bit shorter, because you see how it has to like scroll over to the right a little bit. So I'm just going to do that for you real quick. So I'm going to go back into custom contacts. I'm just going to change client details to client. I'm going to change campaign management to just campaign, right? And that'll just make it a tiny bit better, a little easier to use. So go back into conversations. Now you see I got overview, client, campaign. Very easy to customize. Well, the last thing we got to do, Patrick, we got your website live. We got the white label package created. We got the AI answering the phone number. The last thing we have to do is connect your white label domain and email sending. and connect your Stripe account. And I'll show people where to do the Stripe account so you're not exposing any Stripe keys on there. But let's connect your white label domain. So inside, and we're at 45 minutes right now, and I know I'm yapping a lot, so I think you can get this done a little bit faster than 60 minutes, but you know, you can get set up in 60 minutes or less here. We're going to go into the SaaS configurator, and we're going to go into what is it, custom domain, and we're going to go ahead and paste this in. So you got sovereigncrm.ai, right? There we go. Let's do that. I'm going to say add domain. And since this is the white label domain, this is going to be the back end that people log into. So just like you see on our domain, we got app.votel.ai. I'm going to copy that same format. If you're cool with that, Patrick, we'll just do app.sovereignserum.ai. Is that perfect? Awesome. And we're also going to enable the root email domain here, so you can send email from the root domain. So I'm going to click add domain, and we'll be good to go. And so if I click verify now, right, you'll see like none of these records exist. Oh no, we got to add all these records. Now you can add these DNS records here to your domain. If you still have that page up, Patrick, I can paste this to you, and
go ahead.
you can knock it out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just paste these to you one line at a time. Okay, we got that one. Got domain key.
What was the first one? Text at.
It might be coming through kind of weird in the chat here.
It's coming kind of weird, but
let's see. It is. Let me try to resend it to you. So the first one's going to be txt. Let's say start over.
Yeah, and then
TXT.
value. Oh, wait, that's where I screwed up. Sorry. Let me get rid of the value semicolon. Should be just V. Updated.
Yep. So it'll be at equals that, and then this one's going to be.
And that's another text record. And then that other text record is KRS. You got that in there?
I'm just adding you to the stage right now. So KRS, that's the next one. And then this one's going to be, so you got, first one is TXT, second one is TXT. All right, the next one's going to be CNAME, and it's going to be email equals this value. And the last one's going to be TXT. We'll say DMARC. And this is for deliverability, right? You want to have great deliverability on your email domain. So this helps you set you up with that.
I got that one. I got that one. And then do me a favor. Go back to your regular. Wait, I got the DMARC. Hold on. Let me add that in there. It got kind of jumbled coming in.
Yeah, this chat's kind of odd here. So DMARC, that's going to be the V equals DMARC value. Yeah, perfect. I think that is good. Oh, we got the app one too. So this one's going to be last one. CNAME. That's your dashboard. This is connecting his email for email sending from his white label system. It's connecting the backend portal that you and your customers see. And it's also setting up, best practices for email sending. So it's setting up your, domain key. It's setting up your DMARC. And these are all things that are important for deliverability. And also SPF record. I forgot that SPF record is on here too. Sender policy framework. You just copy and paste these values and you're good to go. Very easy to get set up. Let's see. You got that one too. The app one. Okay. Just save it. Or I guess it auto saves.
Wait, did I do SPF? And then which was this one? The one that you said mailgun.org?
That one's for CNAME email. Email is the value on the left. Yeah, so just type email, CNAME, and then mailgun.org.
All right.
Yep.
I think I got these right.
Yeah. Just go ahead and save unless it auto saves.
It auto saves.
Okay, cool. Cool. So it should be good to go. I'm gonna give it 5 seconds or so and try to delay clicking on verify. We'll click on verify and see if it's detecting those changes. It didn't detect the updates yet. So looks like it got the website. Website one is good to go. DMARC it detected. The other ones it's still detecting. So sometimes there's a little delay in here, but that's perfect. So you're part of the way there. So since your email is connected or your domain, that means we can go to app.sovereignai, sovereigncrm.ai. Your SSL certificate's still being created, so you're going to get this not secure yet. So we're going to wait for that. But if I want to just bypass it for now so you can see what it looks like, you can see you got the login page right here. Now we do want to go in and upload your logo because it's still showing the Votel logo. Oh, you're not seeing my screen. Sorry. Let me switch screens over here. There you go. So I just opened up your app.sovereigncrm.ai domain, and you can see you got your login page here. So let's go in and customize your logo. I'm going to click refresh one more time, see if your domain's been updated. You only got this one value left. I want to make sure that's right. I'm going to paste it to you again just so you can triple check, Patrick, because this is the only one that didn't verify yet.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me go back in here. I got it. I'm going to dump that record, and then I'm going to create a new one.
Okay.
Let's go text, domain key, and then I will be able to copy that. There we go. Add to 1 minute. Add.
Perfect.
And that should be it.
Awesome. That's going to be good right here. That's going to be perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and get your logo in here. Do you have your, can you update that? Do you have that file? I don't have that one.
Yeah, I have that file.
Okay. Go ahead and drop that.
I gotta drop it in. That is gonna be my regular. Where's the light? There we go.
Yep.
Confirm. Let's go dark mode. Where's dark? And
All right. And now that he has the domain connected, we can start just putting in your domain for the email, sovereigncrm.ai. And I didn't get your phone number over here, so let me go ahead and get that. So I'm going to go back to the phone settings right here. I'm going to copy your phone number. I'm going to put that in the branding. Let me see. I don't want to be making changes at the same time you are, so I'll let you do that first, actually.
why is it saying that the email needs to be added?
Oh, so on here, we got to, let's see, where are you at?
Yeah, I'm just going to add the records quick.
Okay.
So that way we get in under our, 60 minutes, right?
Under 60 minutes, yeah. So this is the settings that you're creating for the root domain and the app domain. So since you're adding now the support at Sovereign CRM, it is going to go through and make you connect that root domain just for the email sending. So you should have that and be good to go. Let's see. Let me know when you're good. And what color is your logo, by the way?
It's got a little blue, purple, and it's take a look at the right hand side. It's like the turquoise with purple.
Right hand side.
At the top where the profile is.
Oh, that one. Okay, got it. Okay, cool. I like that. We can even do like a custom brand color here. Now I got this cool little like color picker tool. So I'm gonna like pick your color with my mouse right now. And then I'm gonna paste it in here. So we can just get it matching like your exact brand colors. Because I said in 60 minutes and we still got some minutes, so why not? Right, so we're going to do that same blue color from your logo. Secondary color, I'm actually going to make that purplish color from your logo. So let's do that. Say this one, but we're going to make it not that one. Let's see, got the color picker, boom. Okay, we got the purple, but we're going to make it a lot lighter. There we go. I'm going to save that. And now your CRM matches that theme color. Now we can go a lot further. I mean, there's settings for everything in here. So if you wanted to get really technical and change like every color in here, you can. And that's both from the light mode and dark mode, which is really cool. So we got some customization. That's great. And I'm going to check your domain again right now. Looks like your domain is verified for email, so that's great. Why don't you go ahead and drop in that logo?
Go ahead and refresh your page. It'll be updated already.
Okay, let me reload in here. We got to fix that logo. We got to put that on a transparent background. So we can do that. Did you already upload? Does it already have a?
It is
one with a transparent background.
It is actually a transparent PNG.
Then I'm going to show you what you got to do here. Go back to the branding tab. There's an option to like crop the image. You want to click skip cropping, and that'll maintain your transparent background. Go back to SAS configurator.
Got it.
Yep. Go to upload your logo.
That is going to be light.
Okay, and then click skip crop. And then you can save. And we want to remove the white space around there too. I can help you with that offline if you want, but yeah, we want it to be like full width.
Yeah, I'll crop it down.
Okay.
Not a big deal.
Just click save, skip crop.
And then let me go and
hurry, Patrick. There's only a minute and 40 seconds left.
All right, done. Save.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh. I'm gonna refresh on my end. Let's see what you got over here. All right, we're gonna make that logo a little bit bigger, Patrick, so it can look a little nicer in there. I'm gonna refresh your app domain on here, and we gotta wait for that to update too. So we got your SAS configurator. We got you didn't put the light mode or dark mode logo in there yet, so yeah, we do have dark mode.
Did.
So we'll get that plugged in.
It's in there now.
Okay. All right. I can refresh over here. Okay. I don't see it yet, but I can help with that. Let's see. So you got light mode, dark mode. A lot of people seem to love the dark mode. We also want to change this over here. So I'm going to change your support email address to be from Sovereign CRM. You change your website to Sovereign CRM as well. I'm going to go ahead and save branding information. And with your domain for email connected, which is awesome, you can now send emails from the system. So inside conversations, you got the option here to send from your support at Sovereign CRM. Now you see it's to support at Votel. That's because we're looking at the Votel contact in your system, right? So you can switch identities here, jump around between different email accounts, different SMS accounts, just using this little switcher. But now you can send. And since this is a new domain, Patrick, we could actually turn on the inbound email because you don't have like a Google workspace or anything, you know, that you're using for email. So we got two-way email we can set up as well.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So that was exactly 60 minutes. And let's walk through what we did in that 60 minutes. So we set up a new website. We did just a single prompt on there on the website. Created the website here from scratch for your agency. That was really cool. We created the AI agent to answer the toll-free number. We ordered the toll-free number. We connected your white label domain here under the SaaS configurator. We put in your branding. We created your first SaaS plan. We did everything on a 2x markup. So you're making money on everything with your clients. We customized your pipeline. So you got a sales pipeline and you got an onboarding pipeline, and you have a special follow-up view, which is great. And we also customized the CRM. So every contact in here is going to have a different right side menu. And so you can keep track of things like client budget, campaign goals, etc. So that was the complete 60-minute setup. Now, I think there's definitely some things we got to button up. Like we want to put the logo on your website. That still had the broken image. We want to put on, you know, you might want to tweak some of the language on the website because the AI just wrote it all, right? So we can go in and do that. What else would you say? We still got to connect your Stripe account, but I told you can do that offline, so you're not exposing your Stripe key. But inside the SaaS configurator, you can come in here and under SaaS plans, you're going to notice there's this button here that says publish. When you try to publish it, it's going to say Stripe integration required, right? So you're going to just click on add. It's going to take you right to the place where you can publish your Stripe key. Which is really cool. But that's it. I mean, anything we missed, Patrick? Like, what do you want to do? I mean, anything we missed?
No, I don't think we missed anything. We got to obviously set up can spam and all that stuff, and go in here to do all that fun stuff that marketing agencies do. But if you refresh your screen right now, the logo is fixed, by the way.
There you go. That actually looks much better. Much better.
And it should be working in dark mode too.
Let me try that.
There you go.
There you go. Yep, that looks better.
Wait, and why did? That's weird.
Perfect. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got everything set up here. Now Patrick's going to call someone live and sign them up right here on the phone. There's new agency SaaS, right?
Right. I'm going to call them up right now.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I'm super excited and thank you for volunteering to show everyone the process for getting set up here. And letting us share this with the group. So thank you so much. That was really fun.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime, Michael.
Yeah. Awesome.
It's been a blast. You guys are doing a lot of good work. Very impressed with what came out. And the stuff that's in the pipeline, it's going to be amazing.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you guys. I'll see you on the next video and hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.